so let's continue in this Synology upgrade process. So you saw me bring about a couple things. We got a brand new internet. We got upgraded to faster internet. We got the Netgear AC 12,000. We have 10 gig router. I also got a Pinnacle audio tower, and I put in a booster. We put in the Synology NAS DS1819 Plus, and at last we visited it. We put in a dual 10 gig card. Now that's exactly the Synology 10 gig Ethernet adapter card. It's a 2 RJ45 port enclosure. It's exactly the E10G18-T2. T1 is 1, the T2 is 2. So we're going to be doing two things. One, providing fast Ethernet direct port 10 gig to my computer. And then secondly, we're going to be feeding the other port directly to my Optoma UHD 60 projector, which is going to have a really fast Plex server driven through my Synology NAS. And that's coming up. Hey, what's up guys? This is Hervé from HERVEs WORLD, showing you that IT means I try. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe. So on this channel we do unboxings, desktop support, life hacks, actual hacking, and tech reviews and upgrades of really messed up networking setups. So you saw that I had all my networking crammed in a little cubby under the TV. I went and got a Pinnacle tower. We upgraded the internet. We got the best Wi-Fi. We got a really good router with technology to block. We got a DS1010 Plus. We have our Apple time capsule to capture time snapshots. And I put in a 10 gig card that has 10 gig Ethernet via 2 RJ45 ports. Now this is the E10G18-T2, which means 2 ports. T1 is 1. And we're going to be doing this, feeding one end to my computer and the other end into my projector, which is the Optoma UHD 60, to get a Plex server with the highest quality stuff. Anything we discuss in this episode, you'll find right on the bottom right over here. So let's take a look. Now, the first thing you'll need to do is to get this stuff together. So you have 2 plugs here, but your computer needs to be compatible to receive the plug. So that's where this comes in. This is the Sonnet 10 gig Ethernet into Thunderbolt 3 so that you can get a direct port connection into your computer center. Let's go get this started. Let me show you what I got. So let's take a look. Let me show you exactly what we got. So we have a temperature controlled environment here. We have, let me get some light in here. We have our Nighthawk router right over here. We have our extender right there. We have a terabyte here. I have a Western Digital 4 terabyte drive driven directly into here. And we have our DS1010, not the 1010, but the DS1819 Plus. You'll see here that these 2 ports are not active because we're going to be doing SSD caching, one for read, one for write. So we're going to need to power this down, and then we're going to need to move it over, and we're going to run that cable inside from the back up here all the way across to there, there, and finally there to the computer. And then we're going to keep going across to here, and we're going to feed it directly into this port right over here. So I'm just going to use the natural guide of the wall right here, and I'm going to keep the open end right here, and we're just going to go back here so that I'm able to fish the cable there, and then all I'll need is to go from here to here, and that's about it. That could be done easily with some simple cutting. Okay, so let's remove the 3M tape. And just gonna fish it. And we're just gonna go right over here. And now I'm gonna go behind the TV just to apply slight pressure. Okay, next, I thought it would make sense to run the cable through and then run it through here. That way I have enough slack to go on the back. Then I can fish it through, so we might as well. So as you can see, I have the 10 gig Ethernet cables going here. I have them run to the cable management sleeve. We're going to through that sleeve, the one on the wall that I put, and we're going to go accordingly right across. You can see how much cable there is to that computer. Okay, so let's see what we got. To the bottom. And let me show you the back. And now we can join them right there. Port 1, port 2 on the Synology NAS. 10 gig Ethernet is now in, and we can slide this back and put the power cable, which is right there, and we'll be good to go. Okay, it's running its pre-operating self-test. While we're doing that, we can now continue with the cabling. We can meet and put all of that cabling there into its junction. Okay, so now we just keep going accordingly and place the cabling right inside the receptor. Right in here, and now we can lock. The desired effect is getting met, and we're getting closer and closer to our computer. That's good. Okay, so now I'm measuring across to see how much I have. I just have to go right over here. So I'm gonna cut it, I guess, almost exact, little further, so I can fish it on the end and have some room. And I'm just gonna cut it right over here. Other side. Let's go. Keep fishing it. Leave enough slack. And it looks like I have enough to go to my projector and go into our projector. How awesome is that? That is awesome. Now I'll get some cable management tray ties to get this up along here. Now that's connected. Now we'll have super fast Plex 10 gig on a 10 gig Ethernet throughput, highway, bandwidth, playground directly from our Synology NAS. So we now have to go and finish the connection from the Synology to the computer. Let's go take a look. Okay, the last step is connecting the Ethernet, the 10 gig Ethernet cable to the Sonnet. So let's open this bad boy up. And this is a fanless way of getting 10 gig Ethernet directly on your system. Now this is going to give you network support at a really good price. This was going for $149. As you see, it's just like that. You plug it there. Now, it has built-in security, so if anybody tries to tamper with this, you're going to be protected. This will give you 10 gig Ethernet directly on a Mac because they use the same chipset that the Mac uses for this, so you're not going to have compatibility issues. Windows, it also supports it. It's going to be really good. You can get up to 10 times the transfer rate speeds on here if you plug this in and you didn't use your 10 gig Ethernet. You would get even a boost even on a 5G network. If you're thinking about going into a 10 gig Ethernet system, well, this is going to be the easiest method to do so. It's really cheap, and you get a direct port connection to your Synology NAS or your networking. Let's finish this loop and get this connected. How awesome is that? Let's finish this loop and get this connected directly to our system, and we'll take a look and see the speeds. Let's get this going. Put it directly into the Mac without using this dock. Get the monitor first, and then take a look at the Sonnet. See? Hopefully you guys can catch that. Connectivity lights on there, and if we look, 10,000 megabits, which denotes 10 gig Ethernet. So now it'll do 15 gigs in less than a minute, and as you can see, this is flying within seconds. It's done with 2 gigs just like that, less than 10 seconds. So the goal is to grab all of my folders. Since I have a shared folder, I'm going to grab all of those folders, put it on there, and we're going to be able to edit directly off of our NAS using this port. And that's going to do it for this episode. Well, not so simple cabling, but you do need those pieces. I'll link everything in the bottom, in the description. And the last thing I wanted to do that's going to be so satisfying is actually closing the networking door. Next, we're going to do the SSD cache portion on it. That way you see, we're also going to be doing a Plex server running on 10 gig Ethernet going directly to our projector. Also, we're going to be doing the hybrid card. So if you guys want to see more of these videos, let me know in the description. Now, if you notice, I went and got the latest Synology NAS, but I also got every possible option, top tier, for these systems. That way you can see which way you want to go, 10 gig Ethernet or SSD cache, but I got the very best option for both. Now, if you are a creator or a small business and you're looking to get super fast results, get a 10 gig system and SSD cache, there is a card. That's going to do for this episode. I will put all of the links in the description in the bottom right here. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Remember, IT means I try. Catch you guys tomorrow.